Hi, sup you two? Sorry I kinda started at the options screen, but that's okay. Welcome to Democracy 3. I was finally able to get my mod working, and so I decided I would record a little bit. Today is Monday, the 25th of November, and my final exam in my Monday class is today. I don't care though. I mean, I think I've studied enough for it. By the way, I have these two maps installed. I haven't actually, or two mods installed. I haven't actually used them. I just installed them to look at the files. But this is the mod that I'm using. I made it, Economic Realism Pack version 1.2, because the first version and the second version had a little bit of some balancing issues that I thought I should sort out. So let's get started. We're gonna play as the United States. So yeah, let's get started. Political apathy, by the way, I modded in my own personal game to 66% because that's about accurate. I think it starts at 58% in the game, but that's not accurate. I also added the Libertarian Party. And let's make our opposition the Socialist Party. But in reality, if you look at the real election numbers, about 100 million people vote in the election. We've got over 300 million, so 66% of the people just don't care at all. So we've got our starting situation here, begin term of office. And now let's see, where's our GDP? Where's our GDP? Okay, GDP's doing alright. So we got all these problems here. Right now we got a $250 billion surplus. By the way, the reason we have this and the reason our debt is not as high as it is that the game is kind of coded right now to, like, on the US, you start with almost $3 trillion of debt, even though the reality of the situation is that we have over $16 trillion. So what I'm gonna do is also not all of the government programs that our government actually does are in this game, and that's why. So it's inaccurately reflecting the expenditure, and that's why we have a surplus. So we have gridlock for some reason. So what I'm gonna do here is start the telecommuting initiative. Where is it? I think it's transport. Yeah. And guys, I have tested this, but I have not played extensively with this mod. I mean, I've played a little bit, but I haven't actually played extensively, and some things were not made completely realistic just so as to add balance to the game. So, let's see, we have the State Health Service. I think that we should kind of cut out the State Health Service because it kind of subtracts from innovation, which is something that I added, by the way. I plan to update the icon, by the way. I plan to kind of make it similar to this energy efficiency icon, but with the arrow and the plus sign. Like, see, the light bulb is not the best. So, let's see. What can I do besides what I just did, which was telecommuting initiative? Yeah, that's that. And that's to reduce gridlock. Let's increase funding in the intelligence services. Okay? And let's increase funding for the police force. Makes antisocial behavior go down, alcohol abuse go down, vigilante mobs go down. State employees and conservatives like you more. More state employees, and the state employees' income doesn't go down by as much. Violent crime goes down, crime goes down. And also an armed police. Right now, guns are widespread among the police force. I'm going to actually change it to where they're all armed with submachine guns. And we do have it in the budget, by the way. Another thing is gun laws, okay? By the way, I'm not using political capital. It would be considerably more challenging if you were using political capital. But I'm going to change it from no machine guns, which is what it is right now, to no limit. And as you can see, what that does, look what happens here. When there's a license and minimum age, violent crime goes down a little bit. when you start getting into really heavy restrictions, strict controls, look how high violent crime goes. It actually goes up. And then you go to a total ban and look how much it goes up. Goes up by 47%. And liberalism goes down. Parents like you more, patriots don't like you, and liberals don't like you. So I'm going to say no limit, violent crime goes down, patriots like you more, I think liberals dislike you less. And parents don't like you quite as much. So we have absolutely no restrictions on guns, and that's because we armed the police force with submachine guns. So that's in the budget right now. Let's see. Debt protection law. Okay, crime's going down first of all, because I did all this stuff. Budget surplus. We got $241 billion surplus. Debt protection law. Okay, I already know what these situations are because I played before the mod, but debt collection agencies have been in the news because of the aggressive methods they are using to extract payment from people who owe large sums of money. These debt collection agencies provide credit to people whom larger, more respectable companies will not lend money. A law is proposed to limit the ways in which such agencies can operate. I say it's the government interfering with the free market. I say no, just allow them to operate. Nobody forces people to borrow money they can't repay, and to restrict the rights of debt agencies to recover legitimate debts would be counterproductive. People need to learn to live within their means and not expect the state to bail them out of trouble if they cannot learn to do so. So, gotta do that. Also, I've turned off assassinations, by the way, because I don't know what it is. Usually ethnic minorities start to hate me a lot, and they assassinate me. The Black Power group, in specific. Okay, so let's see this inheritance tax. As you can see, inheritance tax cuts down on innovation. Because what it does is it makes people not want to innovate. It makes people just want to spend all their money lavishly because the money is going to be taxed. Now watch the effect on innovation. Watch, look. It absolutely kills innovation, and that's at 75%. If it were more than that, if it would let you go more than that, that would be insane. That's really bad. So I'm going to cancel the inheritance tax because we don't need it. And something else that we can do is actually, with the income tax, right now our income tax is a progressive one, which means the more money you make, the more taxes you have to pay. But what I propose is that we change this. Let's see, we're making $837 billion a quarter. Change it to a flat income tax. $837 billion a quarter. About that. And then eliminate the progressive one. And we're still going to end up with a surplus. Still got a $234 billion surplus. I got 39% of the electorate so far. Crime's still going down. Let's see, software patents. Software patents are a form of intellectual property that allows companies to protect algorithms, pieces of computer code that implement a new technology, such as a new type of translation software or a system for purchasing online. They are generally popular with big business, but unpopular with those who fight for free internet and those who think the patents are far too general and stifle innovation. I should change this dilemma to where, since it actually mentions innovation, I should change it to where software, allowing the software patents decreases innovation a little bit. But I'm going to reject them. Software patents sound reasonable until you realize that they can be used to stifle competition and innovation. Few of the ideas being patented are truly original discoveries, but simply a land grab by lawyers to patent the obvious and ensure a virtual monopoly to the tech firms with the most lawyers. This is nothing but big business protectionism. So, and I think that technically makes your GDP go down a little bit. Yeah, it does. I don't really understand that because it makes competition go up. It should make innovation go up. I should try to change that. Maybe in a future version of the mod. Okay, so let's check out alcohol abuse. That seems to be not changing at all. right now the state health service is kind of decreasing innovation, and it's also decreasing private health care. And if we cancel it, then it will increase private health care. And as you can see, private health care has a good effect on innovation. See what I'm saying? So there's that issue. Now we got a big surplus. Let's introduce... I wouldn't normally do this, but let's introduce university grants. Where are they? Here. I wouldn't normally do this, generous grants, because I don't believe in the government just giving out money to people. But what's good about it is that it detracts from the skills shortage fast. So, apparently they start with a skills shortage. I guess the United States just inherently starts with a skills shortage. Okay, credit rating upgraded, that's good. Got 49% of the electorate, $284 billion surplus, no more vigilante mobs, and a Nobel Prize, which increases our GDP by 3%, patriot opinion by 30%, and liberal opinion by 12%, and 10% more of the population are patriots. Let's check out crime. Look at that. Democracy means government by discussion, but is only effective if you can stop people talking. It's very interesting. Okay, something that I actually wanted to do is, this is prisons, 14.8 billion. I want to see what happens here. Yeah, you get more effectiveness, I think, out of private prisons. Although trade unionists don't like you as much, liberals eventually like you. And crime goes down, unemployment goes down, conservatives like you. Liberals and conservatives like you. When does that ever happen? And capitalists also like you. So I'm going to increase funding for private prisons and decrease funding for state prisons to where right now they have basic provision. Let's make it to overcrowded cells. And let's see, I'm reducing our debt. You see, the blue is our debt, and the green is our income, red is expenditure, so we're getting more income and less expenditure. Orange is GDP, and when our credit rating gets upgraded, it decreases the interest rate that we have to pay on our debt. So I actually want to see this. Do we have debt interest anywhere here? Debt interests. It's probably just staring at me right now and I can't see it. You can't even roll over a lot of these. You can start doing... Oh, debt interest. Here it is. 8.97 billion. See, that is a very, very low interest rate. And that's because our credit rating keeps going up. So let's see, charts, yeah, we already looked at that. Something else I did in this mod was that if you increase funding for the Hybrid Cars Initiative, it actually increased car usage. That doesn't happen in real life. It keeps the same car usage. It just makes it so that the cars are being used are more efficient. So it makes environmentalists more happy and motorists, and it improves the environment. Makes more environmentalists and increases income of environmentalists. So we can increase that. Let's see. Okay, I firmly believe in destroying the property tax because think about it. You quote own your property, but if you don't pay the taxes on that property, then you go to jail and you don't get to keep your property. So, do you really own that property, or is the government just letting you stay there as long as you pay rent? I'm really not in favor of property tax. So I'm going to eliminate it. We still got a big surplus. Let's see. No more gridlock, no more skills shortage. Unemployment and crime is going down. GDP apparently is skyrocketing. Oh yeah, now that that went up. See, innovation is increasing it by about 20%. It's going up a little bit. Crime's going way down. Unemployment's going down a little bit, probably because of private prisons. Apparently I have 55% of the electorate. So, okay, so retail merger, let's see. A large retail chain store has announced plans to buy out one of its main competitors. This merger needs government approval, but if it goes ahead, it will create one of the biggest companies in the country. There's no good reason to prevent this merger. Increasingly global market, our companies need to grow if they were to compete successfully. The bigger company will become more efficient and effective in the global marketplace. The whole idea of the free market is based on competition. Allowing these two firms to merge will reduce both competition and consumer choice and no doubt lead to redundancies. It's another example of government looking after big business and forgetting the little guy. Small business and trade unionists urge you to block this merger. Now see, I don't see why a merger requires government approval. I mean, if you're gonna buy a company, why does government have to stick its nose in and say, hey, hey, you can't do that? I believe that it would restrict freedom to block the merger. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if that affected the merger. Makes it go up by 1%. Okay, budget has a very high surplus. Okay, can I cut another tax? Let's cut tobacco tax. By the way, let's check on equality. No, equality's going down. Let's see. Unemployed benefit. I don't think I want unemployed benefit. How about state pensions? Yeah, that too. Look at that. And the state pensions increase equality a little bit. Because not everybody gets to work for the government, but if you increase the size of the private sector, everyone gets to work for the private sector if they want, or most people. Private pensions, I think I'm going to decrease this. Actually cancel it, because it's costing so much and I really don't think we need it. So, let's see. Okay, that's going down. Ghettos is going down. Alcohol abuse is not really going down. Alcohol consumption. I don't know why that's going down. Apparently GDP leads to more alcohol consumption. I might need to reduce that, because that tobacco usage is going way up. Yeah. I agree that they do have an effect. I don't think they have that big of an effect. I think tobacco usage and alcohol consumption might go up by like 10% or so, if I had to guess. And I also don't think there should be a link between GDP and obesity. I think that should relate to the health. Okay, so let's look at the school system. Let's cut spending here. In reality, look, decreasing innovation and decreasing private schools. And generally the private sector is more effective. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, guys, I don't know the income or the outcome of all of this. I'm doing what I think is right based on what's economically accurate. Relax. Oh yeah, okay. So there's a shortage of homes in our country, and the government is under pressure to relax planning laws and allow previously restricted greenbelt land to be built on. I'm going to relax it. House prices are rising far faster than earnings, due mainly to the shortage of supply. In the long term, the only solution is to build more housing. It's no good providing housing where there are no jobs, and if that means building on a small proportion of greenbelt land, then that's the price we have to pay. I agree. See, crime's going way down. Unemployment's going down. That's good. Oh, did the merger? Where'd the merger? I don't see. I don't get it. Oh well. Oh wow, GDP is seriously huge. What did the housing expansion? made it go up by 2%. Got a credit rating upgrade, made it go up. Nobel Prize. That's good. Criticizing government policy on the radio. Oh my gosh, we have a huge surplus. You know what? Oh. Yeah. Look at that. Because the GDP. Well, yeah, it started right here. Okay, I see. Yeah. That's pretty cool. We can lower income taxes as long as the GDP stays high. I mean, let's see. Corporation tax, that decreases innovation. I remember programming that into it. What I'm going to do is... See, it's a flaw in the programming, I know, but what happens is when you lower corporation tax enough, it increases innovation a little bit. But if you cancel it altogether, it just has no effect. So that's a little bit... inaccurate. Actually, that is very inaccurate, because if you eliminate it, then it should have a more positive effect. So I will have to check on that. I will have to modify that. So I'm just going to cancel it to increase high earnings, GDP, yeah, self-employed, wealthy, capitalist, socialist will hate me, I don't care though. I don't care about socialists. We're not a socialist country. See, commuters don't like me for some reason. Well, they're mildly satisfied. See, capitalists, very loyal and highly trusting. Private prisons, there you go. Unemployed benefit, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't cancel that yet. Let's cancel that. And, wait. Oh, crap, I don't have a good percentage of the electorate. New grid... Oh, crap. Okay, so now we got only 33%. You know, I might, oh, gosh. I don't know why that happens, to be honest. Is it the market meltdown? What affected the gridlock? Traffic congestion. And car usage. And GDP. Huh. Traffic congestion. So why don't we increase road building? I think this stuff is pretty accurate. Environmentalists don't like you. Major new road networks. Car usage would go up, but traffic congestion would go down. Unemployment go down a little bit. How much? Yeah, we can afford this. And let's see, transportation. How can we do this? There's toll roads. See, I don't want to interfere too much with the free market, you know what I mean? Maybe bus lanes? Or bus subsidies. Maybe a national monorail system. That might be good. And again, it's in the budget, so so why don't we do these bus lanes as well? Bus usage. Wait, why don't motorists like you? Okay, wait. See, I don't like subsidies, but this is the game, so... what do bus subsidies do? Motorists still don't like you, commuters like you. Bus usage go up. Capitalists don't like you. Because it's subsidies, that's why. Yeah, let's not do anything other than that. Let's just keep the national monorail system. Let's see. Here's the rail subsidies. That doesn't... I don't get why motorists don't like you for taking cars off the road. Traffic congestion. Okay, well let's just see how this pans out with what we've done so far. Got a huge surplus so far. Electorate's going up. Unemployment's going up a little bit. Okay, so ban same-sex marriage. See, in my previous Let's Plays of... oh, this video's getting kind of long. My previous Let's Plays of Democracy 2, I banned it. However, my views have changed to a more libertarian standpoint. So I think marriage should be privatized. There's no option to do that here, but allowing gay marriages... I mean, I don't personally agree to it, but I don't think it's government's job to tell the people what they're supposed to do like that. And I feel like that's consistent across the board with what I do in this game. Let's see, why don't we get rid of the capital gains tax? Okay, so we no longer have gridlock. Now we have hospital overcrowding. Okay, so now we got a problem with our minister and DNA database. Let's see. Police chiefs are requesting that they be allowed to build up a global database of everyone's DNA to assist them in fighting crime. DNA evidence allows many previously unsolvable crimes to be tracked to their perpetrators, although there are privacy concerns. I'm going to say prevent it. There's a fundamental breach of our citizens' rights. We have to maintain an individual's presumption of innocence till proven guilty, and building up a Big Brother-style database of everyone makes us all feel like criminals. Are we really going to force our citizens to provide DNA samples to the state or face jail? Yeah, we're not going to do that. That's against the Fourth Amendment, I think. So let's see. Good. Our democracy. Our GDP's going up. And what can I do for this? It's kind of going up a little bit. Parents and retired don't like it. Private healthcare is decreasing it. And private healthcare is increasing, like overall. Let's increase citizenships test, shall we? Decreases racial tension, decreases immigration, which decreases racial tension. And liberals and ethnic minorities don't like you very much, but... Oh, look at that! We got some reserves! We're no longer in debt! Which means we're no longer paying interest. Look at that. No longer any debt interest. And look at the chart. Look. Okay, the gray at the bottom is reserves. Or is it this? I think it's... No, it's this. It's at the bottom. And so you can't currently see the reserves very well, but next turn you should be able to. Terrorists captured, good. Alright, now we got 52% of the electorate. GDP is now going down a little bit. Yeah, I don't agree with this. It is true that liberty is precious, so precious that it must be carefully rationed. No, you give liberty to everybody. Okay, so we got a huge surplus. Yeah, now look, you can see the reserves over here. No debt. Look at that. Look at that crap. Income going up, GDP's up. Global economy's kind of in a deep recession. I think that's affecting our GDP. How's innovation doing? Oh, it's doing well. I'm gonna eliminate pollution controls because it's not so much a budget issue, but it decreases innovation, and innovation increases, or it decreases CO2 emissions. See, look at that. And innovation decreases CO2 emissions by more than pollution controls. So we have small business grants here. Here's another way we can increase innovation. Increased funding for small business grants. Oh, good. We're eliminating pollution. How's the environment doing? Yeah, it's increasing. Let's see. Clean energy subsidies. See, I don't like that. Let's see tax shelters. This is good. Because look, the wealthy like you, capitalists like you, high earnings go up, GDP goes up, foreign relations go down a little bit, technological advantage goes up. I think that's very good. Tax shelters. Freedom of information. Okay, there have been calls for a law to increase the availability of information held on databases about citizens without their knowledge. These include the records held by private medical companies, insurance companies, and debt collection agencies, as well as information held by government departments. I say propose Freedom Act. It's essential that we have this law passed, as it is one of the checks and balances required in any truly free society. The average law-abiding citizen should not be spied on or monitored by multinational corporations with computer databases. And the potential for abuse by government agencies that the citizens cannot view what data is being stored is huge. I agree. Think about the NSA. Okay, so people don't like my Well, my ministers don't like me. Economy, public services. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people hate me. Public services minister, gotta hire a new one. Socialist and liberal? No way. Self-employed and liberal? Maybe. Socially conservatives. Socialist and trade unionist. Liberal and parents. Okay, self-employed and liberal I think is a good one. Law and order. Trade unionist and socialist. Here's another one. Socialist and conservatives. How does that even work? Socialist and trade unionist. Commuter and parents. Better. Got good reserves. $560 billion. And I'm not over 50% of the electorate. Alright, that's not good. 33. Crap. Crime is going up. Education's going down. Why is crime going up? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, look at that. Look at the party membership. Alright. I still have a... No, I don't have a skills shortage anymore. Still got food stamps. Which in reality I would like to cut. I might change the effects of food stamps as well. Let's see, what taxes can I reduce? Yeah, this affects car usage. Not too much, but enough to where if I cancel it, I'm a little bit afraid of the repercussions. Let's see. What would happen if I raise the sales tax, but then cut the income tax? Say, cut the income tax in half. So about $460 billion, which would mean 800 and something billion dollars. Self-employed don't like you, capitalists don't like you, equality goes down, poor earnings go down, middle earnings go down, tourism goes down. Big sales tax, but no income tax. Or a lot less income tax. But the thing is, I think tax evasion is less with the income tax. So why don't we cut this in half to about 460 billion? Imagine only having to pay 15% of your income. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, 460 billion, so that puts us about 840 billion. There we go. Oh, and I gotta get a new transport minister, apparently. Commuter and ethnic minorities. Sounds great. See, I do like ethnic minorities. I don't know why they hate me. Am I gonna crash? The music didn't stop. Although okay. Ethnic minorities. Yeah, see, look, they're strongly opposed to me. I don't know why. Immigration is... yep. Citizenship test cut down on immigration. Terrorist attack. Crap, I only get 28% of the vote. Election is getting closer. You know, I might not get re-elected. Whoops. I'm gonna legalize drugs soon. We'll look at private health. See, private health care, it's going up. Why is obesity a problem? Why is obesity a problem? Seriously. That should not even be a problem. Oh, you know why? Because it's linked to GDP as well. Wow, look at all the things that affect GDP. Holy crap. Oil price, that's making the GDP go up. Because it's low? Well, I'm doing all these great things for the economy. I don't understand why people hate me. Alright. Conservatives hate me. Antisocial behavior. How can I get rid of that? Why? I'm the police. Yeah, Police force. Oh yeah, what about community policing? Forgot about that. I'm a big fan of community policing. I think it's very effective. Forgot what its implementation. Now, oh, what? Race riots? Well, unemployment and crime is going up, and GDP is going, or down, and GDP is going up. Let me put it this way: I'm not a revengeful person. Yeah, race riots. Why? Racial tension? Why did that go up? Citizenship tests? What? I thought... Yeah, it has a negative effect on racial tension. Immigration. Race riots made immigration go up? Why? Border controls. Alright, let's increase it. We're now having retina scans. We're gonna completely stop immigration. Internet tracking. Okay, basically large corporations to track what you do. And so it's like big data, and I'm gonna allow it because it's not really as sinister as people think it is, and all we were talking about is allowing companies to record accurate information on consumer preferences so they can make better products and target their advertising effectively, something that is harmless and also essential to a modern economy. Government shouldn't be intervening. Crap, son! We're not gonna get reelected. There is no way. There's seriously no way. Revolutionary Army, yeah. Black Power Group. See? I would have been assassinated. Crusaders of the Lord. That's if you make the religious people mad. Seriously, I don't know what's wrong here. I seriously do not know what's wrong here. Oh, and I need a new foreign affairs minister. Motorist and liberal, let's do it. I'm not gonna make it, though. I bet the election's right now. No? Next time. Stress epidemic. What are they like? Conservatives. 59% of the population. What about liberals? Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't cry. Ooh. I gotta leave in like an hour and 20 minutes. 40% of the population's liberal. We encourage gated communities. That would help. See, it's going up, but the election is next time. I'm not gonna have enough time. Yeah, there's the election. Look at that. I lost. Dang it, man. I lost. Well, guys, I publicly lost, but look how great the economy did. Let's see. I got majority of the capitalist vote, majority of the self-employed vote, and the wealthy. Whoops. But look, health went up, education went up, crime went down, equality and poverty went down, made changes for the worse. Apparently the environment went down. Yeah, I don't really see that. Maybe it just takes more time. Car usage went down, unemployment went down, CO2 emissions went up for some reason. Immigration, of course, went down because I started the border controls. Energy efficiency went up. Look at this. High earnings, middle earnings, and poor earnings went up. They all went up. GDP went up by 25%. Private healthcare, private housing, private schools, private pensions. Traffic congestion went down. Innovation went up by 39%. Look, it's at max. Currency strength went up by 20%. See, I don't really realize this. I don't really realize why that happens. But that's there you have it, guys. That's my mod. If you have Democracy 3, please feel free to check out my mod, Economic Realism, and leave me feedback on it. It's on the Steam Workshop. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.